What's going on, everybody? Today we're looking at my security camera asset version 2. I know probably most of you may not have seen the first one, but it was kind of a beta version, and this one is more polished. So let's go ahead and demo everything it can do, and then we'll look in a little more detail at each aspect of what it can do. So what we're looking at on screen right now is our security camera 1, and we have a auto rotate feature like security cameras often can do. So let's go to our next feed, and you'll immediately notice that we have a UI button system that changes between cameras, so you can have as many cameras as you want and cycle between them via some buttons. So one more time. Now we're looking at ourselves, looking at the security cameras. Here we are. And going forward, these are optional materials I made, which you don't have to use, but I thought that would be good to include. So I made a few materials for security cameras. I know at least one person was looking for one of these. And I'll probably upload these just the materials separate as well, in case you just want the materials for something completely different. So let's go ahead and start looking at them. First up is a grayscale material, turns everything grayscale. Next up is a grain, a grain material. And then we have, this is like a CRT material. You can see like the scan lines plus the grain. And then finally a night vision mode. So this is pretty much what we can demo with how it's set up in this mode. So let's go back to the editor and let's head into play mode, and we can take a look at a bunch of optional options. Alright, now that we're in play mode, we can take a look at a lot more of our customization features and see what all of this can do. So the first thing we're going to look at is this. As soon as I find it, I have a lot of stuff in here. Here it is, security cameras. And we'll go into our security feed. So you can see here we have all the render materials for our security cameras right here. We have 7 examples set up, and you can add as many as you would want. But what we didn't have checked was this auto cycle, because I wanted to demonstrate the buttons. But if we check this auto cycle, it will automatically cycle through the materials every set interval, which is totally adjustable based on how often you want it. And that's pretty cool. You can see here it's working. We're not pressing the button, it's just cycling. So the next thing we're going to look at is actually these different materials. We can do quite a bit with them. So for our CRT one, let's make sure we are actually on that one. Here it is. So this is going to be we'll adjust it from like this. So you can adjust the brightness, the grain amount, the grain scale, because that helps if we actually have grain so you can see it. It does a little bit. The scan line density, so how kind of see a little bit better here. Or the scan line intensity, excuse me, and then the scan line density. So that can be real dense or real spread out. So that's for the CRT one, which is pretty cool. If you are old school and you had a CRT TV, this will look a little bit familiar. Now let's go to the next one, night vision. So for our night vision, we can adjust the brightness again, the tint, of course, if you want to change the color to something else, the grain amount, the grain scale, and the flicker amount. So those were actually our last two, so let's go back. This is our grain one. And for our grain, we just have the grain amount and the grain scale. Now for our grayscale, we just have a brightness option, so we can go ahead and check what that does. But those are 4 materials that you can use with security cameras, depending on the vibe you're going for, or for really whatever. They're solid materials no matter what. And of course, this is network synced like almost everything I put out, so you don't have to worry about using it on multiplayer. The same image will be shown for everybody, which is pretty cool. Oh, and one last thing, I almost forgot, we didn't look at the rotating camera script. So on your cameras, you can have this rotating camera script, and you can change the rotation speed, the minimum angle, the maximum angle, and the auto rotate. You can toggle it on and off. So there you go. That's how it all works. Simple as can be. But that is our security camera version 2. Let me know what you think. It'll be on my Patreon, of course. And let me know if you have any suggestions, because I kind of did everything I thought of. Put it all in here. And that's it. Hopefully this gave you a solid start. Whether you're building your first VRChat world or just looking to add more polish to the one you've already got, these little systems can go a long way toward making your world feel interactive and alive. If you want to try this asset out before dropping it into your own project, I've got a public demo world set up. You can jump in, push buttons, test things out, and see exactly how it works in action. I always try to keep the demo world updated with the latest version, so it's a great place to explore and get ideas. And if this video helped you, or if you're using any of my tools in your world, consider supporting me on Patreon. It helps me carve out more time to make these assets, keep them updated, and put together more tutorials like this one. Even a small pledge goes a long way and means a lot. There's a link to both the demo world and the Patreon in the description below, so feel free to check them out. Thanks again for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.